Sarah sat on the edge of the hospital bed, taking deep breaths before trying to change into pajamas. No way was she going to greet the boys in an ugly hospital gown that exposed her backside. She planned to go on a walk with them to prove she was doing well and assuage any concerns. She took in a deep breath and then let it out as she lifted a foot into the royal blue pajama bottom. A pain immediately shot to her groin. The whip cuts on her thighs had been especially deep there and infected. There were several layers of stitching. As the wounds healed, they also tightened. Right now it felt as if she was pulling all those stitches apart one by one as she raised and lowered her leg. She took another deep breath and then lifted the other leg. Whew! A breath rushed out at the end. That leg was a little easier. Clasping her fingers around the edge of the V-neck t-shirt, she pulled it into her lap. The white and pink stars on the blue background made her smile. She could get the boys talking about star constellations with this. She easily slid the oversized top over her head and past her bandaged ribs. Wobbling as she stood, Sarah grasped the walker next to the bed and slowly stood straight. Well, well, look at you. Teresa's smiling face peered around the corner of the door. Okay if I come in? Sarah nodded. Good timing. I need to decide what to do about my hair. What hair? Teresa asked with a laugh. Just tell the boys you decided to leave boring Sweetwater Canyon and join a raucous punk band. Sarah rolled her eyes. Yeah, sure. They'll believe that. She pushed the walker toward the bathroom. Need to look in the mirror and see how bad it is so I can create a reasonable story for the boys. She opened the door and the light automatically came on. She gasped. I feel like a bold bride of Frankenstein. She turned her head from side to side. It seems to look worse now than it did when they first unwrapped the bandage from my head. Teresa put an arm around Sarah's waist. You were drugged then, sweetie. Believe me, it's better. Not as red. Sarah's shoulders drooped. I shouldn't have insisted that Tom bring them here. All I'll do is scare them. Teresa looked in the mirror and then turned to look Sarah in the eyes. We will not let that happen. I brought some help. She scooted toward the door to the room and yelled into the hall. Come on in. In the mirror reflection, Sarah saw Kat and Michelle march past with several bulging shopping bags. Michelle was first into the bathroom and stepped to Sarah's side, gingerly hugging her. Then Kat appeared as well. What? Sarah sputtered. Tom called to tell us he was bringing the boys by. We knew you would feel pretty self-conscious, so we brought the makeover team. So how about you come back to the bed and sit up and we'll all decide how you want to look. Kat peeked from behind Michelle. It's not as bad as you think. Sarah rolled her eyes. Okay, it is as bad as you think, but wait till you see what we brought. Sarah heard a rustle in the room, but couldn't see anything. Stop the chit-chat and get in here. Rachel's lilting brogue caught Sarah's attention. We don't have a lot of time. To get you even close to being as good-looking as me, we need to start now. Sarah smiled and scooted her walker back into the room. She gasped at the assortment of items spread across the foot of the bed, multiple scarves with different colors and patterns, hats from subdued to outrageous, and a variety of clothing. Rachel reached into one more bag and pulled out 2 wigs, both close to Sarah's original golden brown hair color. Do you want the cute short peach boy or the long sexy Lady Godiva? Sarah chuckled as a grateful tear escaped. You guys are the best. She wobbled a bit as she pushed toward the bed. Teresa stepped in to steady her with a strong arm. Let's get you settled. This makeover stuff is exhausting. Kat quickly took the walker and moved it out of the way as Teresa helped lift Sarah's legs back onto the bed. Exhausting for us, Rachel joked. You're just going to sit there and be waited on like a queen. Sarah laughed again. Rachel always helped her not take life too seriously. Who would have known they would really become friends when they were so different?